Well, I'm one of co-founder of Netra. So at Netra, we democratize music asset through Web3.
Yeah, you can go prime when you're ready.
Okay. So music is an asset class. Justin Bieber just sold his master for 200 million. Michael Jackson and other big artists have sold their master rights and music ownership for millions of dollars. And this is a huge master asset class that produce royalties and investment. But the current problem is most of this rights is owned by the large label or big investment firm, which the public doesn't have access to, and the label will pay in advance, but they take a hefty cut in the royalty. Firm currently can only buy whole of the ownership of a song, which when it's being bought by the firm, the artist has no longer a sense of ownership. And by far, in average, the artists only get 12 to 15% of revenue in the end with little to no transparency. So our solution is with Netra. At Netra, we enable the public to invest in music, and they can because they have ownership in the song, they are incentivized to listen to the song and promote to the song, and it will grow organically. The artists will getting paid directly from their fans without middlemen, and the artists can also sell partial ownership of their song, so they don't need to sell the all ownership of the song, and so the artists still have sense of ownership here because everything is happening on blockchain. There's no middleman and everything is direct to public and transparent. So we're taking the music investment from the Wall Street to the Main Street. So just to recap, Netra fractionalized music asset in a form of NFTs. So using the blockchain, everything is fairly distributed, everything is transparent, and this ownership is perpetual in blockchain. So we can see in 2022, the physical sales for the music industry is going down, but the streaming is inclining, and this is where we're tapping in. So right now our their target is Indonesia, but we're going to Asia right now too. So the product is quite simple. So artists will collaborate with Netra to fractionalize their music, and buyers can buy directly from our platform. And we distribute the artist songs directly to streaming platforms, to Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube Music, which every streams will give royalty to the songs, and we'll distribute this royalty to the FMA holders, or fractional music asset. And the FMA or the NFT act like an access pass to the dashboard, so they can see how is the song performing, how many ownership they have, and they can claim it directly by USDC. So this is like a royalty bank for the music. So in short, why fans join Netra? Because they can get an investment up to 20 APR per year, and the artists, they can get upfront money directly from their fans without losing their ownership, and they can also get an upfront cash. So to implement everything seamlessly for mass adoption, we've implement a semi non-custodial way. So you can sign in with Google, or they can choose to go to totally Web3 using wallets and using fiat currency or cryptocurrency. So our business model is, so we collaborate with artists and we distribute their songs to streaming platforms, and we fractionalize their ownership into ERC 721 NFT. And buyers will buy the NFT directly from our platform, and we will share the royalty that we get from streaming platform directly to the FME holders using smart contract. So our business model is we take 15% for every sales on the platform, and 1.5% for the secondary sales, and we're built on Polygon. So currently, we have around 190K. We've distributed 190K of royalties and total sales of NFT to artists and fans. and we've sold around 3,600 NFTs. So right now we've onboarded most major artists in Indonesia with more than 150 million fans and 100 million streams per month. And we're going to take our platform to public to scale. So currently we are on curated phase. So we curate major artists to bring traction to the platform. And by Q3 this year, we're going to open to public so everybody can create their FMAs and publish their songs to streaming platform directly and distribute their royalties directly via streaming platform. So these are our team. We have Setiawan, has been in the music industry, Indonesian music industry for more than 30 years. I'm myself in charge in the operation and product. My background is tech. And we also have Farah CTO and Pandya strategic officer. We also have board of advisor from one of Indonesian largest central exchange, Indra Rosman, a legendary music musician in Indonesia, and we have Dennis Adeswara, a Web3 influencer in Indonesia. Thank you.
Thanks very much for that, Brian. We'll be inviting the judges now to start their Q&A.
So yeah, maybe just
Stella, do you want to start the last one?
Yeah, thanks a lot, Benjamin. So I think I have the same question here that I had for Team Strive, which is about the fractionalized NFTs being considered security. So can you talk a bit more about that, especially given what's been happening recently?
Yeah, I'm gonna take over that question. Yeah, actually, it is a valid concern that from the SEC perspective. So I think right now, but in the other part of the world is actually okay. So our solution is basically we probably cannot sell to US market for now. But in our defense, it's actually what we in Indonesia itself and in several countries would consider the security is when an asset is you own the asset and it has profit and expenses, like revenue and expenses, and music asset only has revenues. Basically, it has no expenses. So it's just a profit share from the stream of the revenue that's coming in.
Okay, thank you for that. Thanks for clarifying.
Hey, just a basic question. So just to clarify, so you're directly competing with music labels, correct?
Actually, we're not competing with music labels. Music label own the master. We actually open to collaborate with them. Right now, we are in the talk in several the big three labels: Sony, Universal, and Warner. So we can become their back end. Yeah.
But are you not competing directly regarding the royalties? Because if I can invest in the underlying royalties of a new song of an artist that's being released, then my understanding is that's the core business of what music labels do, no?
In a way, yes, but they're not open right now. For example, we have a lot more of artists untapped by the major labels. You can only have the big three, right, owning the most catalogs, right? But there are many more growing artists outside of the three major labels. So that's where we tap in actually.
Understood. So, but this means that it narrows down your potential market to new artists with new songs specifically, right? Because down the line, to my understanding, IP rights are valid sometimes even for decades, and they're owned by the major labels in most cases for the records that are already out there since decades. So I guess that's not a market that you can effectively target down the road. Or would you disagree with that?
Yes, in the way you put it, yes, correct. But on the other side, also major labels like, for example, we are right now exploring with Sony. They will try on Warner. They will try to release some new artists, couple of artists with Netra. So actually, they want to get into the Web3. So they will collaborate with us for a couple of new artists. Yeah.
So for
Understood.
huge
Last question.
label,
Brian,
Yeah,
go
go
ahead.
ahead, please.
so for a huge label and artists, their advantage by joining Netra, they can gain and extracting future value of their royalty into the FMEs that sold directly on the platform. So they will get advanced too. It will benefit them too.
And maybe last question from my side. Is this competing within the Web3 space? Is audios something on the competitive map that you currently track, or who do you see as a threat from within the Web3 space working on a similar solution?
We see Audius is not a direct competitor because Audius give token as a royalty, which what we're doing right now is we take the royalty from the Web2 companies such as Spotify and Apple Music, and directly we bring it to the Web3 platform. Our current Apple to Apple direct competitor is Royal.io, but our advantage with more than Royal.io is Royal.io still have the doesn't have the direct integration to streaming platform, which the royalty report cannot be verified. But Netra, we directly connect to streaming platform, which we can verify that the streaming report is real and directly distributed to the fans.